FL3660, somewhat custom unit. It's fully insulated. 1-inch insulation on the door, on the tank. We use a mineral wool insulation which has good chemical resistance and mildew resistance and heat retention properties. As we come around here, we look at this unit. Has an eagle timer with a start and stop. Once the time is set, you just push the start. You've got an indicator that shows you where you're at on your time. When the time's over and it shuts off, all you'll need to do again is push the start to resume another spray cycle. We have an evac. Here we have a digital process controller, a jog button for the turntable, and a skimmer button. As we walk around, you can take a look at the inside of the controls using telemechanique or square D contactors, motor overloads. We have a 7-day timer. Moving on around, we have an automatic water fill, easy access to all floats or liquid level controls. Back here we have the turntable drive motor, which can spring back if it ever needed to spring back. Real easy access. This mat pulls up, one bolt, and you can remove the panel that covers that, and consequently this whole thing will pull up and off in a matter of minutes. Moving over here, we have the Intercom Panther Tongue Skimmer, which is an oil selective belt that picks up really only oil, and so you're not getting near the water in your skimmed product there. Coming on around, we've got 2 Rosedale filters in parallel. We've got liquid filled gauges on these so that you can monitor the contamination of your socks. Coming on around, here you can see the custom made hinges, which have a 1/2-inch grade 5 bolt in them, and these can be pulled off and that door removed if it would ever need to be. Coming on around at the front here, we have a door switch. That's a sealed unit, booted, and will kill the pumps if someone should open the door in the middle of a cycle. Above, we have train load slot, which automatically opens and closes with the door. This is an Intercom innovation. Consequently, with that, it means that you don't have something over here dripping on your head made to cover that slot. It opens and closes as the door is opened and closed. Inside here we have probably what looks like an E4OD transmission that's covered with oil, and we'll close the door and start the cycle on that. All of our Destaco clamps here are bolted on, so they can be removed should there ever be an issue. Anytime during the operation, if you want to look at things before the cycle is over, you can shut it off. This particular unit, it was requested that we put a door lock so that it would give the unit time to evac the steam. It's equipped with a Cincinnati fan evac system that we're not running because we're not hooked up to anything here in our test position. But when the cycle ends, there's a timer that keeps that door shut for about 20 seconds while that evacuates the steam to keep the humidity down in the building. Here we see our door lock unit here at the top. As we jog our unit around, we're able to see that that it has cleaned the unit. What we have here is paint. Okay, here we have our intermediate spray bars that are folded down and locked into place. And there they're folded up and become part of the upper spray bar. Here we have a chain that can lock that door so the door can only be opened to the 90-degree mark. It's unhooked now. Should you ever need to come into it with a forklift, you can unhook that chain, open it up, and as you come on around, the crane slot actually starts to close the further you go around, and then is open at near 90, and then starts closed again.